It has taken some time, but over the years I've nurtured a habit of collecting and capturing. Today we're going to start with the basic accordion. Regardless of how layered your books eventually get, remember that it all comes from a simple zigzag fold that can form the base for so much more. This might seem obvious, but put things down in your accordion books as you think and experience them. Otherwise, you will forget. Over time, you realize you have an invaluable documentation of your thoughts and experience. You've honored them and they have an aesthetic place to live. These accordions start to function like analog external hard drives, and working in them requires some intentionality. It's critical to remember that this practice needs to work for you and your way of thinking. So through this process, figure out how to make this practice your own.
So we're going to start by making a simple accordion. The accordion is just a simple zigzag fold, as you can see. And what you need today is some long strips of paper. Here I have some long strips of brown paper, but because we're in lockdown and I'm not able to go out and buy paper, I just took a whole bunch of old recycled paper and started sticking them together so I could get a long strip of paper. For your basic accordion, one way to do it is say, okay, I want a book that is this wide and this tall, and I can just measure the size I want and start zigzag folding. And make a simple zigzag fold and go back and forth. And eventually, you will probably build your accordions in this way. But having said that, when I am working with a group of students or I'm working with people who've never made an accordion book before and want to have it nice and even, I use a very simple but different style, and I will share that with you in 1 second. So this accordion was just made with a simple zigzag. It's not super even, as you can see. I've gone a little bit longer over there, and I can just trim that off with my scissors. I learned this really great way of making accordions, whether you're working with kindergartners or 80-year-olds. And this was taught to me by a dear mentor, Arlene Schmeif. So you take your long sheet of paper and you fold it in half and match the edges as best as you can. Don't worry, you can trim, and make a nice sharp crease. Typically in bookmaking terms, you would use a bone folder to create your crease, but the edge of the scissor works really well. So now I have a mountain, and I'm going to take the foothills of this mountain and have it reach the top and match it up as best as I can and crease it. So this is what we have, a mountain, a mountain, and I had folded it up, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Take the bottom and fold it up to the top. Use the side of my scissors and make a nice sharp crease. Bookmaking is all about sharp creases. Now I have 2 mountains. You guys see that? Great. And I do the same thing. I take this bottom flap and I fold it up and I take it to the top of that mountain. And I make a nice sharp crease. And on the other side, I do the same thing. I take that up to the top, make a nice sharp crease. And I love this spot. I have frog legs. You guys see that? Can you picture it? The kids love it. Okay, frog legs. Now I'm taking these knees of the frog and I'm going to put them to that middle line, fold all my sheets over, make a nice sharp crease on this side, make a nice sharp crease on this side, flip it over and crease my accordion. This method of folding in half and then folding in half again like that gives you a nice even accordion. So now you have your basic accordion and you're ready to get started. when you make your accordion, figure out where your front is, where you're going to start from. So how would you typically open a book? This becomes the front of my book. And I'm going to just put a star over here so that at a later point in time, when I want to make a cover, I can stick it on here and I know that I should not write here. Now go ahead and get started on your accordion book, and you can start working on the inside and you can start working on the back, but just do not work on this surface because that's where you will stick your cover down.
As you begin to work in your accordion, I encourage you to develop a habit of collecting and capturing.